All right, welcome back. So I think a lot of people will appreciate me doing this live. So what I'm going to do is get a GNS3 ready to use. Now, there's different kinds of network simulators. There's Viral, there's Eve and G that a lot of people like better. GNS3, I think, has been working for me. The key is you don't want to waste time. You want to always be doing, and we can see that from the book, Ultra Learning. The next principle, we're going through the principles one by one, is focus. So it can be definitely a problem that you use something like GNS3, and now you've compromised your focus because you are violating you are falling into the trap of getting distracted. That could be a thing. But I think the biggest one, and we'll read this out loud. So these are distraction sources. So the first source is your environment. The second source is your task. So I think this could be related. So the second source is the task you're trying to learn. Certain activities, due to their nature, are harder to focus on than others. So when you have a choice between using different tools for learning, you may want to consider which is easier to focus on. So yeah, it can be hard to set up GNS3. It can be hard to wait for your devices to load, stuff like that. So the choice of materials shouldn't supersede other considerations. I wouldn't opt for a tool that is much less direct, so principle number 3, or offers no feedback, simply for the sake of greater focus. Ultimately, these principles are generally aligned. So yeah, knowing all of the principles right out the gate is important. Principle 3 is you always want to be uh, honed in right on what you're doing. You don't want to do any sort of study or learning that is not directly related to your goals. So, for example, let's say that learning, my goal is to learn Spanish. You wouldn't want to learn Italian because they're similar languages. You'd only want to focus on learning Spanish. And then feedback is a big one too. So you know, GNS is direct, but honestly, it's not going to be as direct as something like Viral. Something like the actual hands-on exercises that came with the book. So I think, violating that principle of directness a little bit by using my own home server and using GNS3. So it would actually be better that I use the actual things that came with the book, and I think it's fine to show that. We saw the restrictions. So it's not like I can treat this the same way as for other things, but we can see we have a practice test software, we have flashcards, we have video training, and this all came with my purchase of the book. So it's a good deal. If you want video training, you can get 70% off and get that. I think I'm fine without that. So you would get this course here from Pearson VUE with all the videos for 70% off. So as it is now. As it is now, you know what? It looks like we get them. We get a sample for free, or is it that? Yeah, so we
Welcome
get
back.
we get we get module 1 for free. It comes with two lessons, and then if we want to buy all of it, we can do that. So it looks like there's an option in red here. The website's kind of not organized well. We can see it. This is running off. I don't know what this is. Okay, so yeah, here's the price. So we can get 70% off from that if we want this extra thing. So that's direct. It's through the certification guide. So you could go through CBT Nuggets, something like that. But there's a it might be less direct. So you want to stay honed in, direct on your goals. we might be able to get this even cheaper than that. I don't think that's a good price. I'm hoping I can do this without having to resort to that. That's the almost the same price as the exam fee itself. So, but you get all sorts of stuff for free. So you get flashcards for free. And I'm not sure if this ties into the fair use, copyright. This is part of a review of the book and what you get when you buy it. You get these companion resources. So anything I'm showing specifically, any quotes are a part of that, which is very clearly stated. That it's an exception of that. I'm not showing the full book page by page, not reading everything word by word. So I think it's very obviously fair use in this case. So yeah, you get a complete practice tests. Now the practice tests are, I think they are for the whole thing. We get a so we get memory tables. We saw that before. We get a study planner, which is pretty cool. So I'm gonna download that and put that in my Google Drive that I have going for this. Okay, so now that it's downloaded, we can take a brief look at it. So it's a Google Sheets document. It should go in as. So we'll go to downloads here. We'll take the study planner. We'll rename it to study planner. Okay, and then we'll put this up on my Google Drive. I think that'll really help. Yeah, so this is directness. You want to hone in on the most direct, relevant things, and utilizing these study resources that came with the book, I think qualifies as that. If I wanted video training, I could get it for 70% off, which would be probably manageable. What was it like? What was the price again? Let me see what it was. So if we look at it and we click, the site's kind of leaving something to be desired. CBT mug, it's probably the site might not look like that, but it looks like my price would be like $320. So I would pay only 0.7 of that price. Oh, you know what? I would pay only 0.3% of that price, because I would get 70% of the price off. So I would pay less than $100 for this. So that might be a good deal, and that's the value of being direct, honing in on the resources I have. I get that 70% discount. Good deal. So I might consider that. But for now, we've got key topic reviews, and this is, I think, what I would want to put on my door. So remember, with the AI, I came up with a strategy of using the memory palace, and there's a number of doors in my apartment. There's the front door, there's the door to the bathroom, there's the door to the bedroom. There's a door to the coat hanger closet, and there's a door to a storage closet. In addition to that, there's a door to the larger walk-in closet. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 doors in my apartment, and there's 5 major sections of the book. So I can create a memory palace based on those sections of my apartment, and I can print out and tape cheat sheets, topic reviews, those sorts of things in those areas. So I will definitely be doing that. But right now, what I'm trying to do is make sure that I can do hands-on practice. So the way to do that, the key way to do that, is be as direct as possible. So you can use Cisco Viral. That's what the book says. So, and I can open the book. This is for the purposes of reviewing the book. So anything that I show from the book and any particular things that I quote are for the purposes of that. They're brief and they're succinct. So it's definitely fair use. So we're gonna do some advertising for Cisco and look at viral, because that's a very direct option. So if you go to viral.cisco.com, and then if you go to if you don't have viral in your lab, you can use Cisco D Cloud, and then you can search. They actually give you a specific lab that you can use. So let's log into D Cloud. And remember what our goal is here. Our goal is to be direct. So if we find something, a specific resource, and in fact, you know what I'm going to do now? I'm going to bookmark this resource here for the video training. So I'll do that with. So we've got the P2P here, but I'll do that with my favorite. So it's text. So we'll use AI for this. So if I want to highlight text on a page by putting something in the URL of Chrome browser, what do I put in the URL at the end of the URL? Okay, so there we go.
Highlight text on page in Chrome by my button.
Okay, so we'll definitely make a bookmark of that. So now I don't know what this PDP is. We'll get rid of it, and then we'll do video training. Okay, and hit enter. And now it highlights the first instance. So I don't want that instance highlighted. I want this down here. So 2 hours of video training. So we're going to do this. Okay, and then we're going to put this here. So I should be able to get this for under $100, which might be a good deal. So we're going to bookmark that into my CCNP data center folder. All right, and now so that can be the bookmark. We don't need anything else. So please select your data center. So we're going to follow along as a part of this review. We're going to read some specific quotes, which is fair use, and we're going to look for the viral 1.655 sandbox. Okay, so I don't see a way to search for that. Let's pick the one closest to where I am, which I think will be U.S. East. I think this is Europe. I think these are other parts of the world. So we're going to save this as a preference. And then we're going to sign off on the user agreement because I read every single word there. And now I have access to dCloud. So we should be able to search the catalog now for the exact one that I need. So it's 1.6.55. So this is being direct. I could set up a GNS3, but if there's a more direct resource that is immediately relevant to what I'm doing, that would be better for me. So dCloud, it looks like I'm having trouble finding this really direct targeted resource. Let's filter out for dCloud. Okay, so don't see anything there. So let's do let's search for the data center. Okay, so and let's quote the book again as part of a fair use review. So you can use dCloud and search for this. So let's search for exactly that. Okay, so I'm going to search for exactly that, and as part of the review in the book, we're going to see what resources are available. And so there's some kind of issue here where I'm not finding results here. So we'll do it for name, just so it's so I'm not finding results there. Maybe if we can search something else like collections, something like that. No. So okay, so dCloud seems like it's not going to work. The other direct quote from the book as a part of a review is that there is Internet Routing Lab Viral from Cisco, and if we look at the page prior we can see that okay, we can see that it doesn't that's not how you see the page prior. So to see the page prior, we collapse this, and then we click the arrow, and now we can see to practice Nexus configuration. The book makes two suggestions. The first one is viral, which we'll look into now, and the second one is dcloud. So as part of a fair use review of the book, I quoted this section, and now let's look in to both of these. We finished looking into the first one, which is good. So now let's look to the second one, and you know, we didn't find what we're looking for. We do have things like packet tracer. So there's some good options, and again, the goal here is to be direct. So so I like GNS3. I'm really comfortable with it. Anyone familiar with the history of the channel knows that I used it extensively for the JNCIE SP. So I'm a big fan of the CCIE. So, or sorry, of the GNS3. So I have it set up so that if I want to take the CCIE, it should be a good resource for it. I have it set up so that you know, I had everything I need to pass the JNCIE SP. I probably could have passed it if I had everything I have now. I have supplements to help with my attention. I have the AI as like a conversational partner and a planner. So, so yeah, so packet tracer might be good. Let's search for packet tracer. Okay, so we've got a network simulation tool here. So let's see what kind of courses come with packet tracer. So we're going to look at all courses. Okay, and we're going to view the course catalog, and now we're going to search for data center. And I think it's mostly for yeah, so I don't think it has CCNP level stuff. I think a packet tracer is mostly for CCNA. So we can see packet tracer. That's interesting. Packet tracer doesn't even really have any data center, CCNP data center. It only has it for enterprise, which I don't believe will grow as much as data center will. So, and then it has everything you want for the CCNA. It's a great tool for that. Looks like it's a really good tool for DevNet cybersecurity. So it's a great tool. You know what? It's a great tool for data science as well, which is interesting. So let's do that. It's a great tool for, yeah, packet tracer belongs in your cluttering up your hard drive, that's for sure. So I think I might just get packet tracer just because I think it's free and widely available. So but again, directness, it's not direct to study for the CCNA when I'm trying to go for the CCNP, especially to study something like networking or something like security rather than data center. So so principle number 2 of ultra learning is you have to maintain your focus. It's really important. And one of the problems you can have is your focus is funneled away. It's misaligned. It's not directly focused on your goals. And now you're just kind of learning things that won't help you accomplish your goal, which is a big problem. So, so yeah, let's not get sidetracked by that. I do want to do something quick here and go ahead and find the data stuff and send that to somebody because I think that matters. So we're going to filter it out to programming. All right, and then we're going to yeah. So this is great. This is a certification. This is the PCAP certification. And then we also have CPP. We also have a CLP. So this is for programming in C, but PCAP certification looks good. And you know what? I think I'm okay doing this. You know, I feel like, yeah. So it's a free course. So I'm gonna say Cisco has a free course to prepare you for PCAP certification. I'm just gonna send that to somebody right now. I'm going to put it under in my Agile Institute Discord. I'm going to put it under the Data Engineers Guild, and I'm going to at one of my mentees, or at basically all of my mentees. Why not? And say Cisco has a free 75-hour hands-on course to prepare you to pass the PCAP exam, which proves that you have valuable skills, which proves that you have employable skills in Python. Yep. There we go. So yeah, that's important. I'm happy doing that, especially since we're not like doxing people. So like yeah, Cisco has a free 75-hour hands-on course to prepare you to pass the PCAP exam, which proves that you have employable skills in Python. Yeah, so that's important. Put that out there. And let's see here. So let me see here. So what am I doing? This is what I'm doing. Sorry, and I got distracted. So we're focusing on directness. What can we do hands-on to be as direct and locked into the goal as possible? So unfortunately, the answer is we have to ignore Packet Tracer. It's just not direct enough. It looks like a great tool. It looks like a great way to prepare for the CCNA, to prepare for CCNP Enterprise, but I'm trying to get into the data center space. And honestly, Cisco itself might not be direct. It might be more direct to get into something like Arista. Arista, from what I understand, is a bit more specialized. Yeah, so look at this. It's delivering Arista's vision of Ethernet as the preferred. Yeah, their Arista is only about data centers, pretty much. It's what they're focusing on. So we can see AI network data center is the first solution that they offer. So honestly, going for this Cisco exam might not be direct enough to my goals. Seriously, man, that sucks. And then Arista should have their own certification programs as well. So I'm not sure where we can see that. So we've got training, Arista certification. But I feel like Cisco is respected enough more universally that it should be fine. I know Aristas are really easy to get in lab environments. I've been on Aristas. They're not that different from Cisco's. So I'm at the point in my career where it doesn't matter if it's a Cisco, it doesn't matter if it's a Juniper, it doesn't matter if it's a brand new device that was invented last week. It doesn't matter if it's an extreme, and I've had professional experience on extremes. I can figure it out. I know how to read the docs. I know how to get help on the command line. And if it's really a nightmare and it has something like netconf or REST, I can interact with it in alternate ways. So I'm at the point where it's no matter what it is, I can figure it out, and I just want to kind of prove the skills that I have, and I think the CCNP is a direct way to do that. It might be more direct to do that through a vendor that seems to be all in on AI data centers, and it seems like Cisco does not seem to be as similarly all in as Arista is, but Cisco's more about training, I think. So I think Cisco's the way to go. Cisco has more robust and comprehensive training than does Arista, it looks like. All right, so that's good. Although with Arista, you do get. It is nice that you get. Oh, this is cool. Solutions focused open standard. So this is kind of like more broader network engineer training that is not vendor. Oh, you know what? So okay, so here's Arista. So so this looks like the Arista stuff. Yeah, so it's cloud. It's not necessarily data center. Maybe it's the same thing. I'm not sure, but the Cisco specifically calls out data centers, so it's more direct, I think. And this is one of the things that's going to happen during the AI explosion. There's going to be a lot of competition between vendors, so you kind of have to get on a ship, and if the ship starts sinking, you have to, it's the ship you get on is most certainly going to sink. So you just got to get on any ship you can. It's better than just being stranded out in the water. All right, so let's see here. So this is the CloudVision. There we go. This is looks good. So yeah, this would be honestly. It looks like it's pretty expensive though. It's like a pay as you go, and for multiple courses, it's going to rack up a lot. So yeah, I think I'm on the right track with Cisco here. And Cisco is how I started my career. It's how I got in. So Cisco is great. Their training really is great. So it's a good choice. All right, but what we're doing is we're going into viral, and we're seeing if there's a more direct way to go ahead and learn about this than using GNS 3. And it looks like there is not. I don't see anything specifically for data centers. It looks like Packet Tracer is more for other sorts of things. We do have here a viral for certification example technologies video, but we don't have any instructions for how to use this as a hands-on environment. So I think the most direct way is to just do basically how this channel started, and go ahead and use my home lab for direct hands-on exercises. So let's focus in on that. Okay, so we're going to download. I don't even have GNS 3 set up anymore. It's kind of funny. I think I have an all-new computer as well. Yeah, so I still have some files there, but I don't even have it set up. So let's get it on Windows. So I already have an account. All right. Yeah, so GNS is great. It's completely free. The other really cool thing about GNS is they have their own academy here. So GNS has courses. Some are better than others. I've definitely paid for some courses on there where it's like, this is just not very good. I know more than the teacher does. But this is David Bumble's. One of the places David Bumble goes a lot. So yeah, there some big names in the industry put up courses in here. It's not just some backwoods thing that is a waste of your money. Like there's real well thought out courses on here that are a great value, and there's lots of courses that are just straight up free. A lot of the ones by David Bumble are free. David Bumble is a legend in this space, so don't miss out on David Bumble. I would also say the ones I've taken from Mihai, best courses I've ever taken. Like they're so good. Like this is a steal for this price. He is one of the best teachers I've ever had online. Because what I love about him is I really think he made some of these courses when he was like 16 years old. Like he's a really good teacher, because I feel like he's doing this as part of his own learning. So to learn from someone who's so sophisticated and so advanced that they can't really explain what they're doing because it's just so trivial and simple to them, I don't like that as much. I think you can't learn as much from somebody like that as somebody who's just learned it like last week or last year, and they've really been thinking about it and doing it. It's not just it's not just second nature to them. I feel like this author really strikes that balance really well, where he has the skills, but he's not just so far off. In like Kirk Byers, I think, is the worst example of that, where you take a Kirk Byers course and he did something in Vim in half a second that you have to pause the video for an hour, put it on 0.25 speed just to even see what he did. He edited every aspect of a file in 1 second, and it's like, wait, what did you do to that file? He changed literally everything about it with his cursor skipping here, there, everywhere in Vim. I mean, he's just an absolute master of Vim. So anytime he shows you editing a file, you have to pause the video, put it in 0.25 speed just to see what he did in like a tenth of a second. Whereas Mihai, he'll edit the file in a way where it's very clear what he's doing, and you can follow along. That's the biggest thing, is you can follow along. So I definitely recommend. I think some of these courses are a good value for your money, and plenty of these courses are free. So yeah, and there's more than there's a whole variety of them. There's a variety of instructors. Yeah, so lots of good stuff, and GNS3 is absolutely wonderful. So hey, why don't we install it if it's so good? All right, so we're going to get so we have the web client, we have the VM. We're not going to install any of those. We're just going to install the desktop client, and then we're going to use a remote server. I have our 610 is probably pretty old by now, but it's got 96 of RAM, which is too much. You don't need that much RAM, and then it's got like very, very good CPU, which matters a lot for GNS. You need to have good CPU. So it could use maybe it could be better at that, but it's pretty good as it is. You know what? Let's get the VM, because if I can just do it locally and I don't have to make things more complicated, it's already more complicated, because then I'd have to install some sort of virtualization on my computer here and just brick things. So I don't want to screw around with that. I have a dedicated machine, so I'm going to use it. All right, so this is PCAP. I think we do need this locally, so I'm going to get that. We can restrict it to administrators only. We can support. We don't need that. We're not going to be using wireless. PCAP API compatible mode. I don't think we'll need that either. So. Okay, so that's installed. Now Wireshark. Wireshark's a wonderful tool. When it's about directness, there's nothing more direct than just going in and looking at the traffic. So, it really gives you a good understanding of what's going on. All right, and I'll leave this running, and I'll be back. All right, so now it's doing trace ng. I'm not sure what that is. I'll accept. Oh, you know what? I don't need trace ng. Cancel. No, I don't need that either. Oh. I mean, you get a free, sure. Yeah, give it to me. No, I don't want SolarWinds. Okay, so now we have GNS installed. Really, really good. So we could get a free. We could get IP network browser, subnet list. You know, a bunch of good tools. But I want to use a different. You know, I'm not going to use SolarWinds for that. So I want to run appliances on a remote server. All right, so everything will run on a remote server. No data will be saved to this computer. Great. So we need to figure out what the IP address is of my remote server. So I will log into my router. Oh, and this is the letter L rather than 1. That's one of the harder things to handle in on computers. So we've got a problem here. When I hit enter there, it doesn't actually take me to this URL. So let's try a different URL. All right, and then let's try maybe localhost. You know what? Let's try this. So I recently changed my internet, so this is going to be all different. So I'm going to just go on the official app that they gave me and see if I can do it from there. So it should be the smart home app. Okay. Well, I'm not sure how to do this. So we need to know what the IP is of the machine that I plugged in. So one thing we can do is do a IP. We can go into a bash, so this is a bit easier, and then do an IPA. So now we know what subnet. Okay, so well, you know what? Now this is a virtual machine, so it gets tricky. So we can't really do that. So let's do IP config. Okay, and then we'll look at where I'm at. So I'm at this here, So yeah, it should be 1.1 should be my default gateway. It's not at the end. So subnet is there, so it can be 254. Yeah. So I think they use the last for their gateways, which is standard practice. You can either use the first or the last. It doesn't matter. Yep. So this is standard practice. So what we're going to do now is go to the device list. And then we're going to look for man, this is bad. I shouldn't be showing this information. I'm going to pause and be right back. All right, I'm back. I'm just going to leave that up. I can change the password. It's not really a big deal. No one who has the ability to exploit that is watching this. If a neighbor was watching it, they might be able to, get on my Wi-Fi for free, something like that. But I can change the password to prevent that. So, and then, my neighbors aren't watching this. So, okay. And by the time they do, I might have changed the password or something like that. Okay, so we're going to now that we've found it. So the address is hard coded. I actually had the foresight to hard code a static IP on my server, and it's still in the same subnet even though I switched my internet. So this is going to be it. Let's not enable authentication, and let's go next. So we're waiting for the local server to stop because we're going to switch over to using a remote. All right, and we found the remote. The only problem though is the remote version is out of date. So we got to bring that remote version up to date. So let's work on that. So we're gonna go here and then go to bash prompt again, so that's easier to work. I find Linux is a lot easier to work with. See how clear was not recognized? It doesn't get any easier than that. Type the word clear. Work out of my home directory, and then we'll go to SSH. And then it's this at 172.168.1.100. All right, so now I'm SSHing into my home server. So I type in my password, and I need to type it in correctly. That's important, and I did. So now this is the name of my home server. I named it HomeLab, and this is my username. So let's see what we can do to upgrade GNS. So we'll work with ChatGPT on this. All right, so I'm using GNS3. Have you heard of that application?
Yes, I'm familiar with GNS3, Graphical Network Simulator 3. It's a popular network simulation software that allows you to design, configure, test, and troubleshoot virtual and real networks. GNS3 provides
All right, that looks great. Okay, so I need your help here. So I downloaded the client on my computer. My client version is 2.2.74, but I'm booting up my old server that I bought for this again, and the old version is 2.2.42. So walk me through the process of upgrading my server version. I'm already able to SSH into my server. I'm at the command line for the server, the Linux command line. So so walk me through the process from there.
Sure, I'll help you upgrade your GNS3 server from version 2.2.42 to 2.2.74.
Well, 7.4, did I say 7.4?
Here are the steps to do this. Update the package list. First, update your package list to ensure you have the latest information on the newest versions of packages and their dependencies. Check the current version of GNS3. It's a good idea to verify the current version installed on your server. Install dependencies. If not already installed, ensure that you have the necessary dependencies.
Hey, I just want to correct you there quick. I heard you said 7.4. That might have come from what I said. It's actually .47, and if I made that mistake, I apologize. So I think that's really important that you know that the true answer is .74, Oops, and see, I did it again. Sometimes I have a little bit of dyslexia, so I apologize for that. I just want to make it extra clear that .47, with the 4 coming first and the 7 coming second, is the current version of my client. So the server was correct that I gave you. .42 with the 4 first and the 2 second, but I was incorrect in telling you the client version. The correct client version is 2.2.47 with the 4 coming first and the 7 coming second.
No problem at all. Thanks for the clarification. We'll proceed with upgrading your GNS3 server from version 2.2.42 to 2.2.47. Here are the updated steps to ensure your server matches the client version correctly. Update the package list. First, update your package list to ensure you have the latest information on the newest versions of packages and their dependencies.
All right.
Check the current version of GNS3. It's a good idea to verify the current version installed on your server. Install dependencies. If not already installed, ensure that you have the necessary dependencies for GNS3. This step can be skipped if you're sure they're already installed. Add the GNS3 PPA. If not already added, add the GNS3 official PPA to your repository list. Update the package list again. After adding the new repository, update your package list again. Upgrade GNS3. Now, upgrade GNS3 to the latest version available in the PPA, which should be 2.2.47. Verify the installation. Check version again to ensure the upgrade was successful.
Okay, so I got an error here, so I'll feed that to the AI.
It looks like there might be an issue with the current GNS3 server installation, possibly due to conflicting installations or missing dependencies.
All right.
Let's clean up the existing installation and then install the correct version.
Okay.
Follow these steps. Remove the existing GNS3 server installation. This will help clean up any conflicting or broken installation files. Remove any existing GNS3 files manually. Sometimes manual removal of certain files is necessary. Update the package list. Make sure the package list is up to date. Reinstall GNS3 server. Install the specific version of GNS3 server that you need, 2.2. Verify the installation. Check version again to ensure the upgrade was successful. Restart the GNS3 server. Restart the GNS3 server to apply the changes.
Okay, cool. Thanks for these instructions. I just want to be clear with you that whatever is on here currently, I'm okay with, nuking, with losing it all, because I'm starting an all new project. I'm trying to pass the CCNP data center exam. So, I had a lot of Juniper stuff on there, and I had some images on there that one of the most important things with GNS3 is that you get the images in a way that doesn't violate any licenses or things like that. So I'm willing to lose the images I have. That might be a problem, losing those if I were not starting fresh with a new project, but that is the case. So I just want you to be aware that if I lose my historical things that I have on this server, I'm totally okay with that.
Got it. Since you're okay with starting fresh, we can proceed with a clean installation of GNS3 to ensure everything is set up correctly for your new project. Here are the updated instructions to completely remove the old installation and set up the new version. Remove the existing GNS3 server installation. This will help clean up any conflicting or broken installation files. Remove any existing GNS3 files manually. Sometimes manual removal.
All right, we're going to do that. And these are the same 2 commands that were given before. Yeah, it feels bad because some of those images are kind of hard won, if you know what I mean. Like, it is important to because there's a lot of bad that can happen if you don't play the game. Like everyone, even on those official GNS courses, they'll tell you, okay, this is where the course stops, and if you can't get these images in a way that won't jeopardize your ability to get and maintain this certification, then unfortunately you can't continue on with the course. And I can, and as such, as much as the teachers would love to, as much as I would love to, you can't give out the images either. Okay, so we've got a problem here. So let's paste that into GNS, or not GNS, in GPT.
It looks like there are a couple of issues with your package repositories. Specifically, the Docker repository for Debian is incorrect for your Ubuntu system, and there's an issue connecting to the Dell Open Managed repository. Let's fix these issues first before proceeding with the GNS3 installation. Remove or comment out the problematic repositories. Edit the sources list to comment out the problematic repositories. Look for lines related to the Docker Debian repository and the Dell Open Managed repository, and comment them out by adding a hash at the beginning of each line. It should look something like this. Save and exit the file. Control+O to save. Control+X to exit. Update the package list again. Proceed with the GNS3 installation steps. By commenting out the problematic repositories, we should be able to proceed with a clean and updated package list, allowing the installation of GNS3 without further issues. If you encounter any additional issues or errors during this process, please let me know, and I'll assist you further.
Alright, so we're gonna search for that. Pattern not found. Are you sure? So, oh yeah. So these are them. So let's Bionic stable. So let's get rid of these Docker packages here. Oh, it looks like there might be some more as well. Oh, nope, that's it. Okay, perfect. There we go. So hopefully this command works now. Oh, it looks like we still got another problem. So put that in there.
It looks like the issue with the Dell repository persists. Let's completely remove the Dell Open Managed repository from your sources list to avoid any further problems. After that, we can proceed with the clean installation of GNS3.
There's a Dell repository.
Remove the Dell Open Managed repository, edit the sources list, open the sources list file, look for any lines related to linux.dell.com and either comment them out by adding a hash at the beginning or remove them entirely. Check for other repository files. Sometimes repositories are added to separate files in a /etc/app/sources.list directory. List the files in this directory. If you find a file related to Dell, e.g., Dell, list, edit or remove it, comment out or remove any lines within this file.
I don't see any. Oh, there's a lot more. Let me just cat it out and feed it to the AI.
Alternatively, you can remove the entire file. Update the package list again. Proceed with...
Oh, you can do that? Oh, I guess I'll do that. You can just get rid of the file and then... So I'll feed it this.
Your sources list looks correct now, with the problematic Docker repositories commented out. Let's proceed with the steps to clean up any existing GNS3 installation and install the correct version. Since you verified this...
Wait, did you just say that what I can do is delete that file and then do a apt install update or something like that, and then the file will automatically recreate in a way that's not problematic?
Yes, we can remove the problematic repository file and then proceed with updating the package list and installing GNS3.
All right, let's do that. Oh, there's no such file or directory. Can I remove this file and have it? No, I'm pretty sure I can't remove that file. No, I absolutely cannot remove that.
The /etc/app/sources.list file is a critical configuration file for the app package management system and Debian-based Linux distributions, including Ubuntu. It contains the list of repositories from which software packages are retrieved and installed. Removing this file entirely is not recommended as it will cause the package manager to lose information about where to fetch updates and new packages.
Is there a Dell?
Instead of removing the file, we can make sure it only contains the necessary repositories. Since we have already identified and commented out the problematic repositories, let's just proceed with the cleanup and installation process as planned.
Oh, did I?
Steps to safely modify repositories and install GNS3. Ensure the /etc/app/sources.list is correctly configured. Open the file to verify and make necessary adjustments. Ensure it contains the appropriate entries for Ubuntu Bionic 18.04. Based on our previous content, it looks fine. Ensure any problematic lines are commented out as we did earlier.
Why is it still... Why is it still saying... Why is it trying to connect to... Why is it still doing this?
Remove additional repository files. Check and remove any additional problematic repository files in /etc/app/sources.list. D.
Alright,
Update
well,
the
I'll
package
run
list.
all
Clean up
these.
existing GNS3 installation. Install dependencies. Add the GNS3 PPA.
So for that full command list, can you put that like in some sort of like, wrap it in like Bash or something so that they run one by one if I just paste that whole list in?
Certainly. Below is the full command list wrapped in Bash script format. You can save this sh file and run it.
Okay,
This script will execute the commands one by one. Bash script save and execute the script. Save the script to a file. For example, setup_gs3.sh. Paste the script content into the file. Save and exit. Ctrl+O to save. Ctrl+X to exit. Make the script executable. Run the script. This script will run all the necessary commands in sequence.
Oh, I opened it with the wrong program. All right, so it should be going now. We still got that annoying Dell thing. I don't know where that's coming from. Well, obviously, it's coming from a package a repo that is somewhere. I don't know where it is. It's not in the regular location. So I should have done this in like a screen or a Tmux or something. But anyways, I think we're on the right track. What? Oh. It did it. Okay, so let's do the GNS3 server -- version. Okay, well that didn't work.
If you need to interactively confirm any repository changes or other steps, the script will pause for your input, like in the nano command. For a fully automated script, you might want to remove or replace the nano command with commands that programmatically ensure the sources list is correct.
Oh, I have to change the permissions on the file. Chmod +X for execute. Why is it opening it in Nano? Because that's what the file is saying. Yeah, it's saying to go into Nano. Okay, so I think we can just start from here. And if this fails, we'll just do it manually. Yeah, it failed, so we'll do it manually. Man, I wish I could get rid of that. That's so annoying. You know what? I can get rid of this. Okay, so I'm searching for wherever that string shows up on my computer, and then I'm gonna edit that file and take it out. So no hits so far. Still no hits. Still no hits. Okay, well, this is a problem. Oh, this is bad. Oh, here we go. So I found it. So yeah, let's get rid of these two. They're just not useful. Just notice how I didn't know. Wasn't that cute? Because I'm a network engineer, so I tried to know it out as if it were on a network device. Oh, and I did wrong there. No, let's see if the sudo apt update is fixed. If it's not, then we will do it. Yeah, it's not. Okay, we'll do it. Oh, I did the no again. Isn't that fun? Yeah. Oh, yeah, the sudo. All right, so that should be it. All right, so now we're connecting to the Ubuntu mirror, which is a place to download packages that comes default with the installation, so that works good. And then we get a few of those, and we won't be trying to connect to that annoying dead repository anymore. There we go. So now all the there are there. So we're gonna do apt list dash upgradeable, and if GNS is on there, then yeah. So GNS is on there. We can upgrade it from 4.2. So let's do that. Let's do apt upgrade GNS3 dash GUI. And we'll have to use a sudo. So this will take it from, so we might have to do this a few times because it's taking it from the version for, which version is it taking from? It doesn't say. Well, you know what? It's fine. Whatever version it goes to is better than the version it's on now. All right, I'm running a very old version of Ubuntu. That's because I've had troubles using KVM for virtualization on the newer version. So I'm just going to stick to the older version because it works. Again, directness really matters when it comes to achieving goals. This is very indirect. You know, I'm working on this this here, and it's not a skill that will be on the test. So I'm not being direct right now, which is making my chances of passing the exam less likely. But it's a sacrifice now for a benefit later. I'll be able to have a robust, available for free hands-on environment, which will matter a lot. So it's a sacrifice I'm making now for a gain in the future. All right, so good job on that. So now we're gonna look at the upgradable things again, and we might have to take it step by step, go from version to version. Nope. So it looks like they're all. There isn't anything else that is upgradable. So let's do a GNS3 server version version. Server version. All right. so we don't, or was it supposed to be dash version? No, okay. So you just need to keep following the instructions here. Okay, so we've got a problem here. Which version is this? It's not telling me which version. It's installing 4.5. Okay. So we've got more steps to do here. So we'll try this. Not working. Okay. So let's feed the whole thing. Okay. Feed that into her.
It seems there might have been an issue with the installation or with the path environment variable. Let's ensure GNS3 server is correctly installed and configured. Verify installation path and environment. Check if GNS3 server is installed correctly. Verify if the GNS3 server binary is available in the expected location. If the command returns nothing, it means the binary is not in your path. Let's reinstall it. Reinstall GNS3 server. Try reinstalling GNS3 server to ensure it's correctly placed in your path. Verify installation. After reinstalling, verify the installation again. If the issue persists, if GNS3 server still cannot be found, let's try to locate the binary manually and add it to the path. It appears that the GNS3 server binary is installed in USR bin GNS3 server, but your shell is trying to access it from USR global bin GNS3 server. This discrepancy indicates that there might be an old reference or a misconfiguration in your environment. Step 1. Correct the path. Let's ensure that USR bin is correctly prioritized in your path. You can do this by modifying your path environment variable. Update path temporarily. Verify that the correct GNS3 server binary is being used. Run GNS3 server to verify it works. Step 2. Make the path change permanent. If the above step work and GNS3 server runs correctly, you should make this change permanent by adding it to your shell configuration file, basher profile.
Yeah.
Edit the configuration file. Add the following line at the end of the file. Save and exit. Control+O to save. Control+X to exit. Reload the configuration file. Full command list. Here are the full set of commands for these steps. By following these steps, you should be able to resolve the issue with GNS3 server not being found. If there are any further issues, please let me know and I'll assist you further.
Okay. Yeah. So same issue. So we'll look at the binary manually. And then we'll add it to the path. Yeah, so we'll have to change this a bit. Okay, so it looks like the binary is in 2 places, which is probably why it's behaving so badly. Alright.
It seems there might be some confusion regarding the location and installation of GNS3 server. Since the which GNS3 server command showed USR bin GNS3 server but it didn't run, let's make sure it's correctly installed and not confused with other directories. Step to resolve the GNS3 server installation issue. Reinstall GNS3 server. Ensure the GNS3 server is correctly installed in the standard location. Verify the binary location and path. Confirm the binary location and ensure the path is correct. Remove old, conflicting installations. If you have old or conflicting installations in your home directory, let's remove them to avoid any confusion. Run the GNS3 server. Try running the GNS3 server after the reinstallation. Detailed command list. Here are the full set of commands you should run sequentially. Explanation. Reinstall GNS3 server. Ensures that the server is correctly installed. Verify the binary location. Confirms the correct location of the GNS3 server binary. Remove old, conflicting installations. Cleans up any old files that might be causing conflicts. Run GNS3 server. Checks if the installation is successful and verifies version. By following these steps, you should be able to resolve any issues with running the GNS3 server. If there are any further issues, please let me know and I'll assist you further.
Yeah, so normally this would be something that would cause me a nightmare, but we're nuking it and starting over from scratch. Yeah, so you can see he's looking in the wrong spot. Okay, so yeah, so we've got to now export the path. Okay, so need to run these commands again. Do the okay, this is fine. And then we'll get rid of one of these, I think. The one that doesn't match the witch. Okay, so now we'll do a witch on 3 server. Okay, and we can see it's wrong, so we're going to do path equals right? Does it have to go here? What do I fill in for this? What do I fill in for this?
It looks like the GNS3 server binary is located in USR share
okay.
GNS3 server bin GNS3 server, but it is not in your path. Since which GNS3 server shows USR bin GNS3 server but isn't found, let's correct this by creating a symbolic link to ensure it points to the correct location.
Alright.
Steps to create a symbolic link: create a symbolic link from USR share GNS3 server bin GNS3 server to USR bin GNS3 server. Verify the symbolic link. Run the GNS3 server to check the version. Full command list here are the commands you should run sequentially by following.
Let's just stick to the documentation. Yeah, so remote server documentation. It's always better to go with the documentation. So you need more resources. Yep, that looks good. Okay, so it looks good. So we're gonna so it's deprecated. So let's see here. Most run these instructions. So the easiest way is fresh. Yeah, I saw it on a fresh 1804 LTS. I don't want to do that because then I have to set up all the networking again, and I have to go in via console. No, so it's not going to be fresh. 1604 is deprecated, so we're not using deprecated. If you use a VPN, you can like use it at a coffee shop and stuff on a laptop, which is really cool. But I'm not gonna open up a port quite yet on that, but that is a cool option. Yeah, that's the VPN connection. Set up wizard for local server, your first topology, remote server. Okay. So yeah, we have to set it up for Linux here. Server. Yeah. So we have to install all this. Okay. Well, let's do that. So Ubuntu, 64-bit is the winner. So let's do that. Yeah. Always go to the documentation, please. I did a bad thing. Oops. Oops. next command. Okay, there we go. Now it's working. All right. And now this is IOU support. I don't know what IOU support is. So this is you know what? I do want IOU support. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but it's it might make some features better. So I do want it. Yeah, so see how much time this is wasted. We're at over an hour spent on this, and you know, if it pays off, if I have a great environment and I can do hands-on exercises, then you know it's a big win. But you know it's not direct, so you know it'd be better to use Viral, Packet Tracer, the direct things that came with the book, but. As it is now, it's not bad. So we can install Docker, which we should do because then we can spin up Docker machines in our lab. Okay, Docker's not installed, so we're going to install it. Yeah, always go to the official documentation. Even in a world where ChatGPT is 2 orders of magnitude better than it is, you know, it just doesn't have the context. You go to the smartest person you know. Go to the university closest to you with the smartest professor there. You know, they can't help you unless they know what specifically you're doing. So. The documentation is designed for what you're doing. Go there, please, no matter how smart the superintelligence gets. Okay, so we got a temporary failure resolving that URL, which is a problem. I wonder if my DNS isn't set up correctly. So I'm going to do ifconfig. I'm going to look at the static configuration I gave it here. And then I'm going to do cat etc resolve.conf. And we can see my name server. I don't have a DNS set up properly. So if I do ns lookup on google.com, we can see that what? Let's do a ping on google.com. Oh, I do have DNS working. So why is it being so awful? Okay. Well, anyway, I guess it doesn't matter. All right, so I've got Docker CE. So the next step will be this. All right. So should be hopefully good to go. now there's a bit of a problem here. So okay, so now we got to launch it. So we can't launch it. Oh shit, man. How did I get this to work before? Man, I guess I could do a fresh install.
Since it's symbolic.
Is there a way to reboot Ubuntu to a fresh install, but to maintain like the networking configuration? Oh,
Yes,
okay.
you can perform fresh install of Ubuntu while preserving specific configurations like networking. Here are the general steps to achieve this. Steps to preserve networking configuration during a fresh install. Backup network configuration files. Before proceeding with the fresh install, backup your current network configuration
Oh
files.
man, I do not want to do
These
that.
are typically located in, etc. Netplan for Ubuntu 18.04 and later. Create a bootable USB for Ubuntu installation.
No, I don't want to do that. Oh, it's so annoying. All right, well let's go to let's do user. I mean, obviously we know what's happening, right? It's looking in the wrong place. Yeah, so we need to do an env like this, and then we need to do or it's even like set like this, right? But like env pipe grep GNS3 like that. Yeah, so now we can do unset old pwd, and now yeah, so that's no longer there. Okay, so now we can do set, and we can get this from the LPIC. Oh, that was kind of cool. I've never seen a browser do that. Okay, so this would be I think this is it. Is there a way to oh man, this is so rough. Oh yeah, this is it. It might be the next lesson. Yeah, this is it. So env, I think cath. Yeah. This is what I need to do. Okay, so see, it's not looking in user bin GNS3. Yeah, so it's looking in here, and by default it looks in user local bin because it goes through all of these. So we're gonna do echo path like that, and then so user local bin GNS3. So yeah, so see it's searching in there, but it doesn't have it's not using in oh it, you know it is user local bin GNS3. I think the AI might know this. Right. Oh man. Can't I just let me do it in a new session. Okay, it is in there. Oh, we can see slash user slash bin is here. We'll try re-exporting the path. Yay! Okay, re-exporting the path is all I needed to do. So now, shoot, we're on 4, 5. Wah wah. Is there a way to change it here? If we just change it here to 4, 5, then it'll be fine. So let's go to the setup wizard maybe. No, cancel. Let's try to get to 4, 5 somehow. Preferences. General. Miscellaneous. Alright, so I'm having trouble getting my remote GNS server up to .47. It can only go up to .4 and 4.5. It can only go up to version .45, but I need it to get up to version .47. So, I mean, I guess I could just bring my client down to .45. How do I go about going about that?
If you need to downgrade your GNS3 client to match the version available on your server, you can follow these steps. The exact commands may vary depending on your operating system. Below are instructions for both Ubuntu, Debian-based systems, and Windows. For Ubuntu, Debian-based systems, remove the current version. First, remove the existing version of GNS3.
Yeah.
Install a specific version. You can specify the version you want to install. If the version is available in the repositories, you can use the following command. If the specific version is not available in the repositories, you might need to download the .deb packages for that version from the GNS3 GitHub releases page or another trusted source and install them using dpkg. Pin the version. To prevent the package from being upgraded in the future, you can pin the version using @mark. For Windows, uninstall the current version. Uninstall the existing version of GNS3 from your system. This can be done through the Add or Remove Programs feature in the control panel. Download and install the specific version. Visit the GNS3 releases page on GitHub and find the installer for version 2.2.45. Download the installer and run it to install the specific version. Prevent auto-updating. Make sure to disable any automatic update features in GNS3 if applicable to prevent it from updating to a newer version automatically. Verifying the installation after installing the specific version. You can verify the installation by checking the version. This should display the version you installed, confirming that the downgrade was successful. By following these steps, you should be able to match your GNS3 client version with the server version to ensure compatibility.
Before we do this, let's get rid of the current version of GNS3 I have. Yeah, 4.7. It's just hard to get it up on my other one, so. Sure, yeah. So I hope keeping the configuration files, so I might not have to add the remote server config, anything like that again. So now we're going to downgrade it to 4.5 so that it matches the remote server. All right, which is taking a while. I'll pause it and be right back. I need a quick break. Looks like I'm unable to do that. This is an intensive installation process, so yeah, I'll pause it and be right back. All right, I'm back. Let's check in on the progress. So the progress is that it's complete. We don't want, SolarWinds, a hybrid cloud observability. Would you like to get early access to a new platform that utilizes machine learning and AI ops across massive real-time and historical metrics? Yeah, sure. So you have to start a free trial. If that's functional for 30 days, no dice. All right, so now I've got 4.5, so I'll start that. And we can run it from a remote. Yep, so it saved my configuration. And now we click finish. And there we go. So I blew away all my files. So if I go to open it, oh, you know what? No, I didn't. So I still have all my files. That's good. I still have my images. It looks like I don't have a Nexus set up. Oh, you know what I do? So it looks like I have a Nexus 9000 set up. We, as part of reviewing the book, I can look at some things specific to it. But for now, this is where I want it to be. So we're going to make a new project called CCNP Data Center. Do all underscores. That typically makes things a little bit happier. Okay, so with the letter P there. So CCNP Data Center. Click OK. And there we go. So now to my heart's content, I can mess around with this Nexus. I can do examples, and let me be very clear to say, the book makes it clear what the copyright is. So when I'm doing examples, I'm just doing my own examples. I'm not violating any of the copyrights. So yeah, so we can boot up the devices. Looks like one comes up faster than the other. So the iOS, this one here, this is this is not Nexus. This is iOS. So that's quite a bit different. So we have to figure out how to boot up this Nexus somehow. This iOS is good, but the Nexus is going to perhaps be a bit more complicated. Oh, right, because the Nexus boots up to like a GUI. Oh. Okay, so if we do a show version on this one, this is a catalyst, I think. It's just experimental version. This is yeah, so this isn't the right one for the data center. We'll CCNP data center Nexus. So we'll configure this template and we'll say that it's yeah. Well, let's get the actual real information from the device once the device is ready. Okay, so it's a Nexus 9000V. Okay. So this one here can go away. And then this is our Nexus 9000V, so I will change the host name. Looks good. Now there's an invalid name. I think it has to have all underscores maybe. Okay. Oh, so we still got an invalid name. That's interesting. What if I use dashes? Okay, so valid name with dashes. So add that to the template. And we don't need to have it say Cisco. We know it's a Cisco by nature of it being a Nexus. But then it goes to the bottom of the template, which is annoying. So let's call it AAA to get it to the top. All right, there we go. All right, so we're still booting up here. These are big devices, and we can see. But you know, this is why I have that external drive, because I can handle these pretty easily. All right, so let's drop a few more. Try to get this to spike up. Now, a lot of the topologies that I will be using, and again, I'm doing fair use here, so I'm only quoting specifically from the book and showing specifically things in the book as part of a review. When it comes to what I'm entering into these devices, it's just what I think is best to enter based on how I'm preparing for this. It's not reproducing the book. So yeah, let's start a few more of these. See if how that ramps things up. So it ramps up my CPU. I could use more CPU, but everything is humming along good. The device itself isn't even being that loud right now. Okay, so now we're at that configuration prompt. So yeah, let's skip that. So by hitting enter. Okay, and this should be familiar to any Cisco users. Looking for that now POAP will be something we'll be doing. So let's do a so we're gonna do admin. Oh, and looks like I already accidentally enforced a secure standard, which is not what I wanted. Because when I hit those extra enters, it did that. So let's obliterate this machine. It's just an annoying one. So obliterate it. Okay, and then let's mess around with these. Let's get a third one dropped. Start them all, and we won't hit extra enter keys. So because if you just spam the enter key, you're going to do things like accept a too secure of a security policy for the lab. It's good that it does that if you're going to put it in the real world, especially with what we read in situational awareness with security being such a problem. But if you're just in the lab, yeah, we can see it's trying to mount a CD-ROM. And we don't have a CD-ROM image. And again, this is one of those things where you have to, don't have a CD-ROM image. So let's see what happened with that. So it tried to mount the CD-ROM. I'm not sure what happened with that. So it's moving on from that. That's okay. All right, so it's entering run level 3. That should be familiar based on my LPIC series. So it's getting there. There we go. Done with that. So NetBroker is present. Okay. So we should have the configuration prompt coming up soon. Or the do you want the automated thing that we don't want? That should be coming up soon. All right, so this might be a good time to end the video. I kind of want to show that I'm up on the command line and ready to use this, though. I think that would be a better place to end it. But yeah, let's close that session and just keep an eye on this one. So now what we're doing is waiting for system online status. So we don't have that yet. All right, so we're still waiting for system online status. So obviously really important to pause these rather than shut them down. Okay, so now it's starting auto provisioning. We don't want that, so we're gonna hit. So it's gonna say, do we want to abort it? Yeah. So we're gonna say skip to bypass password and basic configuration. So that's not secure. Don't do that in the real world. It's telling me that. So we're going to now be at a state we can handle those soon. So so let's do that for the other ones. They should be about the same. Yep. So this one's there. So we're gonna issue a skip for that one as well. There we go. And then close this. Yep. We want to close the session. And then for this, we'll also issue skip, but it looks like it's not quite there yet. Okay, so let's check back in on the first one. And there we go. So it's admin. And then no password was set, so I'm just hitting it with blank. And look at what we got here. We've got a Cisco NX-OS switch, the same kind they put in data centers, the same kind we'll be reading about, or I'll be reading about, because again, there's fair use policies. But you know, I'll be doing hands-on exercises, I think, in videos periodically. So that should be pretty exciting. You can see I've got a lab. We can do a show run. We can do whatever we want to do. We can do a show version and take a look at what I've got. So this is a demo version. Again, I can't just give you out as much as I'd like to. You got to do your own research, find your own versions that are fine to use, and don't do anything that will get your certs taken away. Be really careful to do your learning in a way that is effective and that won't get you in trouble. So, okay, so there we go. So let's end the video now. We got to that command prompt, which was the goal. At some point, I might pin up a Ubuntu machine, network automation machine, to be an out-of-band network. But for now, I think this is good. Oh, you know what? For the last one, we have to hit issue skip. All right, so let's get all three of these up. I'm going to need at least 3 of them to be up, and then we'll pause this here so that we don't have to go through this annoying laborious process again. Yep, there we go. Skip, SKIP. Oh, no, already issued skip, so that's fine. On that one, so you can see we've got this one is looking good. Okay, then we've got this one here is looking good. Yep. Okay, so now we're just dealing with this third one here that we need to, and it's the third one, so it's the last to boot up. And let me so let me do one thing quick. Okay. So, okay, doing this. Okay, and then we're doing this. Okay, so okay, sure. Okay. Oh. Okay, so a Nexus 9621. Okay. Nexus 9621 looks good. Oops, and I gotta do this. There we go. So Nexus 9621, right? So I don't have a Nexus 9621. I have a Nexus 9000B, which is strictly limited to use for evaluation demonstration and Nexus OS education. So any use or disclosure in whole or in part of it to any third party for any purpose, so this is software documentation. So we should be covered by that. We're using this for evaluation, demonstration, and education. So, any use or disclosure in whole or in part of the software, or I think this means like the I think we're fine to. We're not like going through the software or the documentation to, third party purposes or whatever. Okay. So yeah, I'm just doing one last thing here, making sure that this image should be good. Yeah, so we need something that will be like a Nexus 9621. This should be that. Okay. So can't really exactly say what I'm doing or what I'm looking at here, but again, the book was very clear about what is fair and what is not. So I am definitely honoring that. So okay. Alright, so just bear with me a moment here. I know this is a brutal part of the video, kind of unwatchable, but I think people will appreciate this. So, alright, so, okay, so let's demonstrate how to configure Nexus OSPF for IPv4 and IPv6. And we're just going to do this based on my, my intuitions and expertise and my ability to train myself. We're not going to do anything that would violate any sort of clause or agreement or anything like that. All right. Okay, so we're going to need one more router. And it's not really a router, it's more of a multi-layer switch. So it's the one at the top here. Good thing I put that on the top. Okay. Start all devices. The ones that are already started shouldn't restart, hopefully. Nope. Okay, so now that while that is going, we're going to change these around a bit. So we're gonna have number I'm gonna have it like that, and then one like this, and then one back here like this. Okay. Then we're going to have circles here. We'll send it to the back. Okay, so see how I'm just drawing my own diagram here, not doing anything else but that. This is completely hand created, we can see by me. Alright, so let me drop one more here. Oops, so I want to drop a shape, so I forget how I did that. Ah, that's how I did it. So lower one layer. There we go. Okay, do this, lower another one layer. And there we go. And we can make it really nice and neat by duplicating this. There we go, and now lower this. Alright, and then hopefully we've got some links here. So this is, yep, we've got E21, so yeah, so this one to 1, and then we've got 2 to 2, or 2 to 1, like that. Okay, and then we've got 3 to 1. Okay, looks good. All right, and then let's put some annotations in there. So this is going to be LO10. Looks good. Okay, and then same thing for this. We'll make another, we'll duplicate this annotation and then move it down here. And it's going to be LO11. Looks good. And it's going to be dot 11. Okay, and then I'll make another annotation. And it's going to say area 0, OSPF v2, authentication enabled, and then it's going to say OSPF v3, no authentication. All right. Okay, put that bottom there, and then we're going to make another annotation here. I'm going to say area 5, both OSPF v2 and OSPF v3 are stub areas. All right. Okay. And then let's make some more annotations. We're going to duplicate this. Now this is LO15, 15. Okay, and then more annotations. Oh, and this will be actually version 3. All right, so let's make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more annotations here. So the first annotation. Okay. Put that annotation here. Okay, second annotation. Looks good. Put that annotation here. Third annotation. There we go. Third annotation looks good. Put that annotation here. Fourth annotation. Fourth annotation looks good. Put that here. And one final annotation. Okay, so see what I did here? I built my own hands-on exercise, and I did that in a way that doesn't violate anything at all. There's no violations that were made because I'm using these devices for the purposes of documentation. As was outlined, I'm only showing specific parts of the book. If it as part of a review, I'm not showing the whole thing. And then in this case here, I'm just coming up with my own lab topologies in my private CCNP data center lab that I think would be best for me to get some hands-on experience to pass this exam. So that's what I did here. I think I'll save this and I'll give it a name that kind of according to what I think a good name for this would be. So let's do that. Okay, so I think a good name for this would be one dash okay, I think a good name for this would be 1-4. So I'm going to do a file, save project as. So this is data center. We're going to do 1_4. All right, so there we go. We've got an error duplicating the project. So let's just do a yep. So let's stop the project. So we're going to do a suspend on everything. All right, and then we're going to save the project as. Okay, and so it must be completely stopped. Okay. All right, so now we no longer got that error. Now we can see that we're duplicating the project, which is not really what I intended to do. I wanted to rename the project rather than to duplicate it. So that's okay. We'll just wait though. It's not the worst thing. The worst thing would be deleting the whole thing accidentally. So I'm okay to be duplicating it. All right, and it's taking a very long time to duplicate it, and duplicating is not what I wanted to do. So let's stop it. We're gonna keep hitting the X every time it shows up. And unfortunately, there's no way to prevent this behavior. Dang. All right. Well, I made a mistake. Anyway, you can see what we got here. I think this is good enough for now. We're at the 2-hour mark, and yeah, everything is done in a way that respects the what was outlined. That's going to be it. And again, I'll just do check-in videos if there's something like this that I know a lot of people really want to see, because I'm not I've been in it for a while. I know what I'm doing in this. This is hard. Getting your own hands-on lab set up like this is hard. So I know that people will appreciate seeing someone do it successfully. That's what this video is there for. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave this to run. It doesn't matter. I don't need the duplicates. So yeah, this doesn't matter to show, and then I'll be doing my own study, hands-on experience off camera. I really can't. So yeah, that's it. Hope people really appreciated this video, because I've really learned a lot over the years in getting to the States. It's not easy to get to the States, so 2 hours might seem like a long time to get here, but believe me, it's not. So thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.